You've seen the headlines, right? The machines are here, they're taking over, and human workers are basically obsolete. If you've been paying any attention to the news lately, you've probably felt that visceral, almost sci-fi fear of an AI apocalypse. But when we actually step back and strip away all the hype, the wild conspiracy theories, and the panic, what does the data actually tell us? Well, in this explainer, we're going to look right past the fear. We're diving into the data-backed reality of how artificial intelligence is fundamentally restructuring the global workforce. And more importantly, we're going to look at the incredible new careers it's literally creating right now.
So, let's kick things off with this bold statement. It was popularized by NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang, and it goes like this. AI will not take your job, but someone who knows AI will. I mean, that one single sentence perfectly captures the true essence of this massive labor market transformation we're living through. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore exactly how this is unfolding. We'll be looking at hard, on-the-ground data from the World Economic Forum, McKinsey, Stanford, the MIT Industrial Performance Center, the OECD, CloudSoft Solutions, and even direct reports from industry titans like OpenAI and Anthropic. And let me tell you, the evidence tells a completely fascinating story. It is not a story of human replacement. It's a story of profound human augmentation.
Section 1. The Historical Automation Panic. To really understand where we're going, we first have to understand where we've been. Because this definitely isn't the first time humanity has faced a massive, seemingly insurmountable technological shift.
It is the absolute core question on everyone's mind today. Will AI take your job? And honestly, it is a completely valid anxiety. It's shared by seasoned professionals and college students alike. When a machine can suddenly write code, draft complex legal briefs, and diagnose medical images in literal seconds, it is entirely natural to wonder where humans fit into the equation anymore. But history actually offers us a really revealing blueprint here.
Take a look at this quote. It warns of painful adjustments as a result of the great rush of technological change, and questions whether there will be large-scale social dislocations. Now, you might think this was tweeted yesterday by some angry tech critic, right? But it wasn't. This was George Meany, the president of the AFL-CIO, testifying before Congress way back in 1956 about the terrifying new threat of early computing and automation. What history proves time and time again is that technological revolutions do not cause overnight apocalyptic mass displacement. Instead, they filter into enterprises gradually. They reduce the cost of goods, they increase productivity, and ultimately they create entirely new industries and jobs that we quite literally couldn't have imagined before the technology existed.
Notice how the MIT Industrial Performance Center visualizes this historical trend playing out with AI today. This right here is the human-in-the-loop principle. Across pretty much every industry, from healthcare to manufacturing, workers are not getting booted out of the loop. Their roles are just shifting. Instead of manually executing all those repetitive tasks, humans are stepping up. We're moving up to supervise, guide, and analyze the outputs of these automated AI systems. Just think of how a machine is transitioned from manually turning a wheel to overseeing a computer-controlled milling machine. We're transitioning into a world of supervisory control.
Section 2. Jobs disappearing by 2030. Now, while complete job elimination is pretty rare across the board, we do have to be honest about the disruption coming over the next few years, because specific, granular tasks are absolutely going away.
According to some really comprehensive workforce data from CloudSoft Solutions, by the year 2026, roughly 23% of current job tasks are susceptible to automation. Notice the key word there, tasks, not entire jobs. Industries like financial services, manufacturing, and data analysis are seeing really high automation penetration rates right now. But here's the crazy part. This is actually unlocking massive productivity gains. Knowledge workers are reporting productivity improvements of up to 50%.
So what exactly makes up that 23%? Well, jobs that are highly vulnerable to automation involve predictable patterns. We're talking routine cognitive tasks like data entry, basic accounting, scripted customer service, and routine legal document review. But again, the jobs themselves aren't vanishing, they are evolving. The human worker is being elevated to focus almost purely on what we call exception handling. When the AI encounters a really complex problem or some weird nuance it doesn't understand, or a strategic decision or a frustrated customer who needs genuine empathy, it kicks it up to the human. The routine volume gets automated so human judgment can finally take center stage.
Section 3. Emerging careers in AI. If all those routine tasks are being handed off to machines, what entirely new professional categories are being created for us? Well, we are witnessing the birth of completely new fields driven by the breakthroughs of companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, Microsoft, and Google.
Just look at the explosion of specialized roles happening right now. We are seeing a massive 205% year-over-year growth in job postings for go-to-market engineers, or GTM engineers. These are professionals effectively replacing traditional fleets of sales development representatives. Instead of having 50 humans cold calling all day, a GTM engineer builds an automated, AI-powered revenue system that enriches leads and manages outbound pipelines at a massive scale. It is an incredibly high-leverage role.
And then, of course, there is the famous prompt engineer. Remember back in 2023 when Anthropic posted a job for a prompt engineer, offering a staggering salary range of $250,000 to $375,000 a year? The internet went completely nuts. Everyone thought that anyone who could talk nicely to a chatbot was about to get rich. But data from DHAR research shows that standalone prompt engineering, as just a conversational skill, was really just a discovery phase hype. As these AI tools matured, basic prompting just became a standard skill expected of pretty much everyone.
Instead, that hype very rapidly consolidated into highly durable, highly technical career tracks, like LLM engineering. Now, this isn't just typing clever questions into ChatGPT. This is a serious software engineering role. LLM engineers are out there building complex systems. They're integrating large language models into multi-model orchestration and specialized domain pipelines. The skill of simply talking to the AI, that became the baseline. Architecting entire systems around the AI, that became the lucrative long-term career.
Section 4. The 2035 Workforce Landscape. Let's look a bit further over the horizon and see how these emerging trends are going to fundamentally restructure whole industries by the year 2035.
Take the education sector as a prime example of this evolution. Between 2024 and 2025, we saw routine teaching tasks and basic test prep coaching start to decline. Then, between 2025 and 2030, AI tools just become standard in classrooms, grading papers, tracking attendance instantly. By 2030 to 2035, highly personalized AI tutors will handle the repetitive practice of basic concepts for every single student. So, does the teacher disappear? Absolutely not. No way. The teacher shifts entirely away from rote lecturing and becomes a human mentor. They focus on social-emotional support, critical thinking, and Socratic discussion. They become the totally indispensable human anchor in the learning process. And this shift gives rise to a massive wave of new hybrid roles across all sectors. The research points to some incredible future jobs. We've got the AI bias auditor, making sure systems don't discriminate, the AI behavior analyst, the AI workflow engineer who designs the exact friction points where a human needs to jump in and take over from a machine, data ecosystem managers, and AI literacy trainers. These jobs bridge deep human expertise with machine capabilities, addressing those critical gaps in ethical oversight and operational optimization that AI simply cannot handle on its own. Section 5. Critical human survival skills. So, how do you prepare for all of this? Let's break down the blueprint for success and look at exactly what skills you're going to need to thrive in this new economy. The absolute crucial point here is balancing two distinct skill sets. Over on the technical side, you absolutely need AI competencies. You must have AI literacy, understand data, and know how to collaborate with AI tools within your specific domain. But on the other side, those are your core AI-resistant human skills. These are your true survival skills: advanced critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Think about it. AI is terrible at navigating complex office politics, reading a room, demonstrating genuine empathy, or challenging foundational assumptions. The future belongs to those who can combine that technical fluency with the irreplaceability of deep human connection and creative problem solving.
This entire concept is known as the augmentation paradigm. The defining characteristic of this new era is not replacement, it is augmentation. AI handles the routine, the massive volume, the endless data processing. And humans? We provide the strategic context, the moral judgment, and the creative vision. When you become a domain expert, whether you're in law, medicine, or marketing, and you learn to leverage AI alongside that expertise, you don't become redundant. You become an unstoppable force multiplier.
Section 6. We must act now. Because reaching this highly productive, collaborative future, it isn't just guaranteed to happen on its own. It requires really responsible governance starting right today. Take a look at this. This is the OECD framework for classifying AI systems, and it shows exactly how we need to manage this transition. It proves that we can't just look at an AI model and the data in a vacuum. We have to map AI against the broader economic context, and fundamentally, against people and the planet.
We have to carefully integrate AI systems in ways that protect human rights, ensure well-being, and respect economic realities, all while maintaining strict human-in-the-loop oversight anytime safety and ethics are on the line. Which brings us to a really powerful mandate titled, "We Must Act Now." This was signed by over 200 experts, including 16 Nobel laureates, and it states, AI may become radically more powerful over the next 10 years. This could drive an unprecedented transformation of our economy, larger than the Industrial Revolution, but unfolding over a vastly shorter time frame. They go on to say that economists, policymakers, and tech leaders must act now to build the incentives, guardrails, and institutions needed to steer AI in a direction that complements humans and benefits society. These visionaries recognize that the stakes are incredibly high and collaborative steering is required right now.
Which leaves us with one final thought. This AI revolution isn't just something happening to you. It is a landscape you actually get to navigate and shape. Yes, routine tasks are automating, but entirely new horizons of human potential are opening up at the exact same time. Honestly, the only true risk here is standing still. So, as we step into this thrilling new era of work, how will you adapt your career? How will you embrace continuous learning and become that indispensable human in the loop for the AI-augmented future? Think on that for a bit. Thank you so much for watching this explainer, and we'll see you next time.